Hi, thank you for watching Chittarupa Yoga and Fitness. I'm Laura Wilson, and I teach you ways to modify exercises and yoga poses so that everybody can work out. Today, we're just going to do some stress relief yoga. We're going to have some nice gentle flow and some meditation. We're going to start with meditation. We'll have some in the middle and then a little more at the end. So hopefully this will help relieve any tension, any stress. We're going to let go of our worries, anxieties, and see if we can just be here in this moment for the next few minutes. And let's go ahead and begin sitting tall in our easy seat or whatever is comfortable. If you want to sit in a chair for this, we're just going to lengthen our spine, close our eyes, and let's begin by dropping our shoulders, really deliberately letting them sink toward the floor. And let's breathe just into our belly. So thankfully you're at home for this. You don't have to worry about anybody seeing it. Just let it go. And along with that, begin to let all that stress seep away from our neck and shoulders. And let's begin to deepen our inhale. And then we're going to press with our belly on our exhale. We're going to press through our lips like we're blowing out birthday candles. Slowing down and elongating our exhale. So again, we'll inhale through our nose. Exhale, blowing out our birthday candles. Letting our shoulders drop even more. Let's do that at least one more time. Shoulders down. And continue to breathe in that pattern. Or return to normal nose breathing anytime. Drawing our awareness to our breath. And anytime our mind wants to wander, let's remember to bring it back to our breath. And let's go ahead and kick this up a notch with our 3-part breath. So we're inhaling belly, ribs, and heart. Exhaling heart, ribs, and belly. If you need more explanation, there's a link to a video below. And since we hold a lot of tension in our chest, and again, shoulders, upper back, let's begin to inhale, pressing our shoulders back, opening our heart. And we're going to keep the length in our spine as we exhale and draw our shoulders together in the front. So inhale as we open our heart, shoulders back. Exhale, bringing our shoulders forward. Now let's roll our shoulders up, press them toward the floor. And we're going to drop our head to one side. And then the other. Coming back to the center, we're going to switch the breathing pattern this time as we bring our shoulders forward. Let's inhale into our shoulder blades, separating them. And then exhale, pushing it all forward. So inhale, separate the shoulder blades, breathe into our back. Exhale, open up. Staying focused on our breath. And again, shrugging our shoulders up, pressing them to the floor. Let's drop our head over again. This time we might help it out with 1 or 2 fingers. Switching sides. Releasing from here. And again, let's just find our center, find our breath. Setting an intention to let go of our worries, our anxieties. Let go of anything that's holding us down. And let's bring this over to our hands and knees, or hands in the chair, if we're standing using a chair. Let's take this to a full spinal movement. Inhale, lifting our tailbone, drawing our heart forward, and exhale, tucking our tailbone, bringing our head in. So inhale as we lift and open. Exhale, bringing it in. Taking this nice and slow, starting at our tailbone, finishing up at our head. Coming back to neutral, and we're going to take one leg out to the side. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see better. We're going to lift up and find our gate pose. And we're just going to keep reaching for the ceiling, walking your hand over maybe. And let's bring this hand down by our side, kneeling side plank. And we're going to lift up again, we'll reach for the ceiling. Now let's bring this to our side. One more time, reaching up. And we're actually going to reach up one more time after this. Now, finishing up here. And I tell you what, let's just go ahead and bring this back down to our hands and knees. And we'll take this to the other side. So extending our leg out, pressing it down. Let's lift up for our gate. Reaching up, walking over maybe. And let's bring this over to that side plank. Lifting up again, gate. Side plank. We're going to do each of those one more time. Lifting up. And over. Bringing this back to hands and knees. Let's take this back to our child's pose. And here again, find those 3-part breaths, belly, ribs, heart. Any variation of child's pose that we want. Send your hands overhead. Let's inhale forward. We're going to exhale, lowering down. And let's inhale our chest forward and up. Exhaling back to child's pose. And we're going to do that again. Inhale forward. Exhale down. Inhale cobra. Exhale child's pose. So let's take this again at our own pace. And we're going to come forward and find our downward facing puppy pose. Let's inhale forward, tuck our toes, and walk our hands and feet together. We're going to come up to our mountain. Let's go ahead and step out a little wide, circling our hips. And let's take it the other way. So separating our feet hip distance, we're going to start to shift our weight from one foot to the other. Again, releasing that tension at our shoulders. We're going to bring our hands up right in front of our hips. We're going to do a little Tai Chi Flow here. So just switching our hands, focused on that shifting of our weight. Now we're going to switch this up a little bit, stepping out wide, hands in front. Now we're going to bring one hand to the front, and as we shift our weight, we're going to add a little twist. We can follow our hand with our eyes, if that doesn't make you dizzy. Shifting our weight leg to leg, but keeping both of our feet grounded. Let's bring this back to the center, separating our feet a little more for a forward fold, holding on to our legs, so go forward, or taking our hands into a chair. And let's really shake out our head here. Releasing tension in our shoulders, let them roll forward, maybe even hold on to our elbows. And let's make our way back up, bringing it in. We'll go back to those hip circles. And remember, a smile helps us release stress too. So let's come back into our mountain, back to that belly breath, allowing our shoulders to fall with each exhale. Bringing our awareness totally onto our breath, this moment. Notice what we're feeling in our body. Again, shoulders down. Let's go ahead and step wide on our mat again. This time we're going to shift our weight over to one side and hold. Options, of course, to go lower as you choose. So aside from our neck, shoulders, chest, we also hold tension in our hips. So let's take it here, other side. And one more time down the center, letting our head go. Now let's walk our feet in, taking a forward fold. Hinging this up. And we're going to take it to two balancing poses, back and forth with each other. So get near a wall if you need to. We're going to lift one foot up, and if you want to, reach and hold it, or just hold it up there. We're going to stay on the same leg. Let's release that leg onto the other one, sitting back. So we're holding onto the wall so we can focus on the stretch to our hip here. And let's lift back up, release from there. Let's take this to the other side, lifting our foot up, grabbing it if you want it. Releasing our tension. Now let's bring that leg around, place it on the standing leg, hold on to the ball. Whoops, even that might not help. And see if we can shift back till we get that stretch. It's all about the stretch here. You're still getting balance work even if you're holding on to the wall. That standing leg is still doing a lot of work. All right, let's bring that up. We'll come back to our mat, step out wide, and we're gonna come into as deep a squat as each of us personally can. So we might be right here, it might be here. Most of the time when I lead this in a class, quite a few people get here. So wherever you get, let's hang out there for just a couple of breaths. And then I'll let you make your way to a seated position on the floor any way you want to get there. So let's bring the soles of our feet together. We're going to hit hips and shoulders at the same time. So clasping our hands, let's open up here. And just allow gravity to work our knees down to the floor. Closing our eyes again. And just being aware of the sensations we feel in our body. If we still feel tension at our shoulders, let's drop them down while drawing them together. Now let's release from here, taking one leg out front. We're going to hinge forward over that one. Going for those hamstrings. Now let's do just a little flow here. Inhaling in and up. Exhaling out over our leg. Inhaling and up. Exhale over. Inhale, let's come up, and we'll take one hand behind us. Let's reach up and over. And we'll bring the soles of our feet together again, working on opening out at our knees. Let's reach back, clasp and open again. See if we can find a little more opening this time. 3-part breaths. Shoulders coming down. And we'll release them there, taking our other leg forward. And just starting with the forward fold, letting those hamstrings stretch, open. And we'll add that flow where we inhale, drawing energy in and up, exhaling out over our leg. Now let's inhale, bringing this up, and we're going to reach behind us and just stretch over. Let's release from here, taking our legs out in front. So we're going to look at our deer pose, which may not be for everyone because of your knees. So we're going to start by bringing one leg in. And you can actually stay right here. But if you're feeling it, we're going to take the other leg out and back. So our legs look like a deer prancing through the woods. And then just letting gravity kind of draw open this hip. It's going to feel a little different than you're used to, but it might be a strain on your knee. Be aware of that and bring your leg out front if you need to. Meanwhile, we're going to lift through the front of our head, relax our shoulders. See if we can relax our hips, our legs. let's release from here. We'll bring both legs out to the front. Let's bring this one in, and again, stay right here and just sit for a moment. Or let's bring this leg around. This one is different for me, so I'm going to keep support over here. And of course, we can have this little massage here. Let's release from there. We're going to take our legs out wide. Now let's reach straight up with one hand. Reach for the ceiling. And then we'll walk our other hand toward our foot. Now let's just open and close that upper hand a few times, making a fist and then stretching our fingers. And we're going to make big circles. Both ways, of course. Let's reach for the ceiling again, get that side stretch. And then we'll switch sides. So reach for the ceiling, walk these hands down. Open and closing. And circling. Both ways. Let's bring that up and just sit tall. Whatever's comfortable with your legs. We'll come to an easy seat if possible. I'm also going to show you a half lotus where we take one foot into the crease of our other hip. Half lotus is usually doable, and as soon as you get there, you'll notice that there's a better alignment of your sit bones. You don't have to do this. It's just an option for our meditation. Of course, there's also full lotus, but that can be really straining on your knees. If you're here, and see my knees go down to the floor automatically, but if you're here, don't try full lotus. Just take half lotus. Or easy seat. We want to be where our sit bones are grounded, crown of our head lengthened, shoulders relaxing. And let's just breathe normally, allowing our hands to rest on our knees. Or we might take Jnana Mudra. And just see if we can allow our mind to quiet. So not thinking about anything that we've got going on after this. Letting go of anything that may have happened before we came to our yoga practice. Just being present in this moment, focusing on our breath if we need to. Take a moment to wiggle our fingers and toes. Get a little more comfortable in our seat. Meditation like this, finding a quiet place to sit, is very beneficial for our overall health, our mental health, our physical health, all of it. It's also wonderful if you have a place that you can go out to in nature I don't know if the microphone picked up the birds that are tweeting all around me today, but it was kind of nice hearing the birds while I was meditating. But do try to give yourself 1 minute a day somewhere to just pause, let go of everything else, and let me know in the comments if you try that and if it made any kind of difference for you. Let me know also if you would like some more full meditation, or if you like this variation of flow with meditation. I think that might be a little better fit for most of us. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today. Please subscribe to the channel if you watch regularly. And if you did like the video, hit that little thumbs up button underneath. And I will see you next time.